YouTube, what's going on? Tanner here with NFL Broadcaster. Today I'm going to be talking about the 2021 NFL Draft and why the Bengals are going to select wide receiver Ja'Marr Chase for their pick. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Would the Cincinnati Bengals select a wide receiver over a one-of-a-kind offensive lineman like Penei Sewell in the 2021 draft? Why would they do this, guys? Well, let me give you a heads up, okay? Yes, Joe Burrow is coming off an ACL tear. We all know that. It's catastrophic. Absolutely catastrophic, y'all. But here's the thing. Joe Burrow is friends with Ja'Marr Chase. Joe Burrow had a historic collegiate season with Ja'Marr Chase. Okay? He had a historic season in college, passing for 60 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. I want you guys to let that sink in. Really let it sink in. Okay? 60 touchdown passes. Over 5,600 yards, and he passed for over a 76 accuracy percentage. So he completed over 76% of his passes. Absolutely insane. Now, I know that was in 2019, and this is 2 years later, off an ACL tear, heading into the 2021 NFL season, and you want to protect a quarterback who can put up numbers like that. But this is why they are drafting Ja'Marr Chase instead of Penei Sewell. If I'm butchering that name, I do apologize. I'm not great with names, so get over it. Here's the thing, y'all. Thaddeus Moss, a tight end, was released by Washington. I believe he was released by Washington after his rookie season. Did not pan out there. And guess who picked him up off waivers? The Cincinnati Bengals. He was part of that receiving threat, the 2019 National Championship team historic offense with Joe Brady. In 2019, he helped Joe Burrow put up these insane numbers. Now, as a tight end, he caught, he appeared in all 12 games as a junior, caught 47 passes, 570 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Now, for 12 games as a tight end, that's not bad. He averaged 12 yards per reception, which is great, which is really good for a tight end. And being able to pick him up off of waivers after being cut after his rookie season is just nuts. Okay? The Cincinnati Bengals have really fallen into some good luck here. Not wasting a draft pick on Thaddeus Moss, who didn't have a good rookie season. That's why he was released. Signing him to a cheap contract. Not even like a league veterans, because he's still on a rookie contract technically. He's been in the league for 1 year. And you have a guy who has all the ceiling in the world as a tight end in Thaddeus Moss. Yes, he put up these numbers because he had Joe Burrow passing to him, but now he's going to have Joe Burrow passing to him. And the Cincinnati Bengals don't necessarily have like a solid tight end one. They haven't had a solid tight end one since Tyler Eifert was healthy, and that guy is absolutely never healthy. And he's old now, and obviously he's not even with the Bengals anymore. They have a few guys that have stepped up, but they don't have that number one tight end anymore. They haven't had him since for several years. Thaddeus Moss could be this guy, especially with the connection that him and Joe Burrow have had since 2019. They're probably still friends. I guarantee they're still friends. And I know for a fact that Joe Burrow has said he's still friends with Ja'Marr Chase and that they talked last week. Ja'Marr Chase, guys, this is another reason they're drafting Ja'Marr Chase. They have Tyler Boyd. They have T. Higgins. A.J. Green is not with the Bengals anymore. They lost another depth wide receiver. I forget his name right now. He signed elsewhere. So with T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd as their top 2 weapons, if they draft Ja'Marr Chase, guys, their trio is going to be literally insane. T. Higgins had a phenomenal rookie year. He really stepped up that second half of the season. But Jamar Chase in college with Joe Burrow caught for over 1,700 yards, 84 receptions, 84 catches for 1,780 yards, and 20 touchdowns. 20 touchdowns. He averaged over 20 yards per catch, over 21 yards per catch. You don't hear of that ever. I mean, that is insane. The connection between Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase is insane. And why not draft him? I mean, it just makes all the sense in the world, guys. If you really think about it, you could have Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, Joe Burrow, Thaddeus Moss, T. Higgins, Joe Mixon. And then if they continue to focus on the offensive line and just free agency, why not do what the Chiefs just did in free agency? The Chiefs just signed some solid veterans, and we haven't had the NFL draft yet, guys. They just signed solid veterans. They just traded for Orlando Brown Jr. And like, just if they draft Jamar Chase with their first round pick, all the Bengals need to do, guys, is just focus on their offensive line in the draft and get some solid rookies in there to develop under some veterans maybe that you sign. They have so much time before next season starts, guys. There's still some veteran offensive linemen out there. I'm not going to say they're great, but there's still some free agents. And they have all the time in the world, really, before next season to get some offensive linemen signed to protect Joe Burrow. You cannot just say, like, we're going to draft Penei Sewell. I mean, I don't blame them if they do draft him. I mean, you can't go wrong with that pick, but also having the chance of having Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, and Thaddeus Moss back together could be literally... I mean, what are the chances of that, guys? 3 teammates being on a national championship team, being on the same team in the NFL 2 years later. All 3 in their prime age, with a good enough running back in Joe Mixon. Guys, I'm just telling you right now, this is meant to be. They're not going to miss this opportunity with Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, guys. I promise you that. They can't pass it up. They won't pass it up. And I can guarantee that Joe Burrow has a lot of say in who they're going to draft. There's no doubt in my mind that Joe Burrow does want protection, but they can still sign offensive linemen in the free agency. They can still draft more. There's plenty of depth this year in the draft when it comes to the offensive line. The wide receivers, though, the top 3 or 4 wide receivers in the draft are going to go in the first round, and that is without question. So you guys tell me what you think down in the comments below. This is not really a hot take. This is almost a fact. I mean, this is already like in the works, and it's already been talked about. But you guys, you can't blame me for saying that they're going to be drafting Jamar Chase, and I think that this is an opportunity they cannot pass on. So like I said, you guys tell me what you think down in the comments below. My dog is trying to... What? I know you want attention. I'm trying to record a video. All right, well, video is almost over anyways, guys, but just tell me what you think down in the comments below. Joe Burrow putting up over 5,600 passing yards, and Jamar Chase catching over 1,700 of those and 20 touchdowns in one college season. You can't separate this tandem. You have to get them back together. Tell me what you guys think. Make sure you subscribe if you made it this far in the video. I will see you later. Shut up.